Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Well, that doesn't make sense because that's usually a goodbye. But anyways, welcome to the Onward VR Master League. I am your host for this evening, Sleepy, and we have got an excellent game lined up for you folks at home tonight. Tonight, we're going to have the home team of Blaze of the Inferno teams versus the Five Horsemen. So we're looking to see an excellent matchup here this evening, and we hope you all are ready for some action here. But as usual, let's go ahead and roll over into our war room and we'll get the pick bands out of the way here for map number 1, as we are still waiting on some of our players to fill into the lobby. So the first band we're going to do is the band of the home team, which will be Blaze. They are banning Tanker for tonight's matchup. And the Five Horsemen are going to be banning Subway. So two varying styles of maps being banned. I guess you could really say they're kind of similar in that they have a multiple level, they're multi-level. They have very narrow passageways in certain cases, a lot of hallway-esque firefight locations. So I guess you could say they're quite similar, in fact. However, I would say that, of course, Subway has a lot more options now than it once did. And then, of course, for our first map, the home team of Blaze are going to be picking Cargo. So we will be seeing a very nice, I'm assuming, aggressive matchup here going out of the gate, starting out in this first map 1. So while we're waiting on some of the teams the team members that are not quite in the lobby just yet, why don't we talk about who's already in. For the side of Blaze right now, we do show Prefontaine, Zero, formerly known as Zero F's Given, Squigookin, Silent Knight, and Verds. Of course, we all know Mama Verds and her lovely little baby bird Verds here in our lobby for the Blaze side. And then, as I say it, we go over to the Five Horsemen. They now have their fifth and final member into the lobby. So we have on that side Traden, Dr. Sean, Raz, Boxtoys, and Enigma. So we should be seeing an excellent matchup here this evening, folks. So let me just go ahead and let our host here know that we are ready to go here on this end, and we should be getting into that action for you. All right, so now we'll just be waiting for those teams to get readied up in the lobby and get this thing going. But I want to see early on in the chat, I know you guys are going to be a little bit behind me, obviously, but I do want to see that... Okay, sorry about that. Somebody ping Dakin in the Discord and tell him that the Nightbot is being crazy again and banning Pwnecake for putting too much too fast. Anyways, we'll be expecting to see some pretty intense action here going forward, but I want to see who you think is going to win this one in the chat, so be sure and let us know. I want to see who's the Blaze man, who's the Five Horsemans, and who's going to end up taking it here tonight. Well, let's see. If I were to think, it's a tough call. I really want to say, like, almost automatically give it to Blaze, right? Just, they've got more experience. Their players have had more hours in the game, though that's not a completely determining factor. But the Five Horsemen have put up some interesting comebacks and some interesting, kind of underdog victories in their history so far. So it's a hard one to tell. I'm sure you folks in the audience there won't have as much difficulty giving your answer. But for me, it's it's coming down to the wire, kind of. If I gave it to Blaze, it would be on a very narrow margin because, again, Five Horsemen are a little unpredictable. So, just waiting on the teams now. I think, yeah, it looks like maybe the Five Horsemen are still strategizing here before the first round on their initial defense, as they will be starting out on the bulk side. And definitely want to make sure that they secure all of those rounds that they can, because you always want to do that when you face a team like Blaze, who's very experienced in pretty much every map. And if it's going to be their pick and they start on Marsoc, you want to make sure that you get your picks in and get those defensive round points that you can. But anyways, we're going to be coming in hot here to the action. We're on round 1. It's map 1, and let's see. It sounds like the Five Horsemen are definitely psyched up for tonight's matchup. So we'll see what that gets them tonight. Some early smokes coming out from them to try and block off the pre-fire sight lines. And we'll see exactly what's going on here as Blaze goes on the offensive here against the Five Horsemen. Already, we're at just a few seconds in. Blaze coming out heavy with the smokes. They've got 2 men charging down on the tunnel. Birds and Zero working together, 2-man team there. Smoke's coming out everywhere. You've got Verds and Zero. Verds just going to be, or sorry, Zero going to be laying down that suppressive fire. C4 going to be going off now. Silent Knight's made his way up to the center. Will he be able to find Dr. Sean? They will trade. Dr. Sean's still been able to be rezzed, but Silent Knight goes down, and now he's completely taken down. Now the Horsemen are in a scramble here as Traden runs to get Dr. Sean. Verds is looking for the shot. Oh, he's not going to make it, and the res will come out. No, he's going to drop the res for a moment. He's not going to give it up. Yep, Prefontaine going to keep trading in the corner as best he can. Now they're focused on all the other directions. Zero now making his way out, but he's going to find the rifle of box toys. No, Traden will find. Actually, Traden revives Dr. Sean. He gets so much is going on. I can't even keep up right now. But anyways, we're into a 3.5v2 here. The 5 Horsemen actually doing quite a great job at holding off the Blaze offensive. Squigookin going to capture Raz there on the side. Birds with his shield, I'm sure, gonna be causing some damage. Traden giving the shots. Bird's gonna grab Box Toy. Squigoo gonna pick up Enigma on the other side, and Blaze will grab their first round with a nice 1-0 victory on Marsoc. Wow, wowie wowzers, ladies and gentlemen. That is some intense action there for the first round. And on both sides, the 5 Horsemen were doing a pretty good job there at holding on as Blaze just continued to pressure them on the objective. But overall, a really great round. And I kind of like to see, you know, where all those kills fell. All those deaths really falling on the same area. But, man, Verds and Squigookin just carrying that team. Verds with a triple pick and Squig with a double. Doing well for themselves. Enigma, though, grabbing a double of his own. Traden and Dr. Sean pulling their weight also. So, again, a great fight so far. We're just going to have to see now who's going to take it overall. But right now, Blaze starting out strong, grabbing that Marsoc round. A lot of interesting stuff. I want to thank everybody for coming out this evening. We do appreciate you all stopping in. We got quite a few casts, I believe, going on not only tonight, but going on tomorrow. Of course, if you're here now, I'm going to go ahead and let you know tomorrow is a very special day here on Onward Master League. We will be debuting our brand new assets to the public. We spent quite a lot of time today getting everyone set up on that system so that tomorrow we can bring you Noman and a special guest caster who will be making a debut along with the assets here on the channel. So we're excited to bring that to you. So be sure and check the website for that cast tomorrow featuring Noman. As that will be when we finally reveal those sweet assets that we've been working so long for. So be sure to tune in for that. And now we're into it. All right, we're going to show a little bit of a replay here while we get ready for the next round to start. You can just see exactly how chaotic that really was in that last matchup. But now we're into round 2 of map 1, and Blaze is going to be on the defense this time. It looks like they're playing it a little bit aggressive, more so than I'd say the 5 Horsemen. Zero going to be ready and waiting for the tower push. Traden and Prefontaine going to trade in the middle. But we've got action here by the tunnels. Enigma going to be waiting to see if he can make his way out. Zero going to be waiting for that exit, definitely ready and prepped. The nades coming out over the center, no connection there. And then quiet befalls the battlefield as the 5 Horsemen are in no rush to make this push. Oh, Dr. Sean is on a long angle from there's a long angle from the yellow room, and Silent Knight happens to pick it up. I barely get my camera over there in time, but Box Toys is going to be alerted to Silent's position now due to that kill, and he'll be eyes on pretty solid now. 5 Horsemen down 2. 1 minute left in the round, basically, and just 2 members left, or I'm sorry, 3. Bad count there. Raz taking a harsh peek out in the center, and Silent Knight's going to punish him for it. My goodness. Blaze is not playing around today. They have come out for blood. Enigma managing to make his way now out of the tunnel. He's right there on the opposite side of Zero. I'm sure Zero's given the callouts. Maybe not. Maybe Zero doesn't want to give out that information. Enigma's going to take the peek, but he's going to find a trade. Both members go down and out completely, and now Blaze and the advantage with a 3v1. Box Toys finds the backside of Verds on a defensive rotation. Silent Knight now going to be ready and waiting, but will Box Toys be able to prep any sort of countermeasure to Silent Knight's position? He's going to need a flash. He's going to need something. He's going to be, or he's going to have to pre-fire and just know right where that angle is, because it's going to be so tight. Silent Knight is going to be pretty at the advantage. I mean, he's definitely going to be able to spot Box Toys before Box Toys can really lock down where Silent Knight is, but he doesn't actually. Box Toys manages to find Silent Knight and turn things into a 1v1. Now it's all up to Squigookin over on the opposite side. We'll go ahead and stick here with Box Toys, though, as we follow the attack in to completion. Squig going to rotate over to the opposite side. He's got a better view of the objective, and we'll be able to watch for the sneak play up this right-hand side of the map. As you can see, Box Toys making sure to check all his angles. He doesn't want to move this too quick now. He knows he's by himself. I don't know if he's got an accurate kill count because there were a couple of trades there. Squigookin on the peak, trying to get a little aggressive, maybe find the kill a little early. But if I were him, I would go ahead and stick back for a moment, because right now Box Toys does have the advantage. He knows where all the key locations of entry and exit are, and now he's going to be trying to make his push. This could be his downfall, in fact, because Squigookin is just eyes locked in, and I know he heard him rushing up on that last push, so we'll have to see. Now Box Toys, maybe Box Toys heard a little shuffling himself. Oh, but Squigookin's on the peak. The pre-fire from Squig. Oh, it's not going to be enough, and Box Toys is going to find the kill and the round for 5 Horsemen. We tie things up here on map 1. Wow, and an excellent round there. Again, the teams both kind of sharing the weight being pulled. No one really doing all the work for one another, so that's always good to see. We never want to see that kind of blowouts from teams. I mean, it's not to say that the teams aren't still evenly distributing the workload amongst themselves, but you know, when you do see those even kill counts, you know more. It's more obvious that it's being shared, I guess is the way I want to say that. Because, of course, someone could always be at the right place at the right time and get all the kills. However, you know, that doesn't mean that they're doing everything for the team, because they could get all the kills, or 4 out of the 5 kills on the round, but the guy who makes the cap is the one who realistically, you know, does the work for the round and gets those 2 points. So that's what I would be focused on anyways. But, you know, to each their own, right? You know. All right, and so just waiting now on the auto start timer. Only about 15 seconds left. I think the teams have, I believe it's 90 seconds on that pre-round timer in between to make play calls between the next round, or to set up your defensive plans. And yeah, again, the objective not going to move very far. It's only going to push to the opposite side of the container where it was just previously. But as we roll into this next round and we wait on the pre-round timers, we're going to go ahead and show a little bit of a picture-in-picture replay of the last kill on that round, as Box Toys makes his push, and Squig just gets a little too aggressive on that pre-fire and then turns around to run away, and that, of course, that'll be his downfall, getting shot in the back there. But we're 3 seconds away from the spawn box being lifted. Blaze is going to be on the attack again, and they're going to get aggressive, be aggressive, as they push their way up towards this far north objective. Early shots coming out from Zero and Verds in the tunnel. They're running that LMG dual shield play. Silent Knights now pushed his way up the center once again. And he and Dr. Oh my God, are we watching a replay of the first round? This is exactly how the first round started. Silent Knight makes the push early up the center, gets traded with, Dr. Sean. Now a nice check nade, though, going to come out this time. C4 going to be popped in response. Now Zero and Verds are going to be trying to make the push on this on this left-hand side of the map. Ooh, Zero not going to be so lucky. He'll be found out by Box Toys. Verds now made his way up to cover Silent Knight's position here on the center. All right, and Boxtoy's on the cross watch. He's going to be the guy who's probably going to be the most effective versus Verds if anything happens. We do have shots ringing out on the opposite side of the map, though, as Raz manages to see Squigookin getting into position. Prefontaine and Verds going to be the only other members left of Blaze right now. 4 horsemen, or 5 horsemen actually, are now the 4 horsemen at the moment, as they have lost only 1. But as we saw, it was down to just 2 in the last one, and Blaze manages to pull it out. Traden going to get a bit of aggressive on the opposite side. I think he maybe some pre-fire there onto pre and Verds. Prefontaine and Verds both looking towards that quote-unquote yellow room. It's not very yellow, so I don't know why a bunch of people call it that. But yeah, a lot of things far from over. We still have plenty of time here on the map. We're just about 4 minutes left in the round. I mean, obviously, 5 horsemen have the advantage as they have a man up. However, that doesn't always make a difference here in Onward, so be sure and stay locked to your screens as we figure out things. It sounds like Verds is aware of the position of that player, and now they're going to just take some early fire. That'll give Prefontaine the positioning he needs. He'll find Boxtoys, and that'll be a crucial defender off the objective. And now Squigookin peeks in to find Enigma. So it's a 2v3 now as Squigookin now... Oh, no, sorry. Still reading the old kill ticker. Sorry, folks. But yes, again, it'll be a 3v2 now. Traden and Raz on the 5 horsemen side trying to hold things down for their team. Raz with a little pre-fire or fire onto Squigookin, trying to hold him back. It's not gonna be effective now. Prefontaine and Verds both set up in the center. Traden's gonna try and get Verds, but no, Verds is deadly with that shield. He should know better than that. Now Verds is gonna be on his way. He's gonna be going for the cap. Oh, he's definitely going for the cap. Raz not quite paying attention. Verds inside, checking the code before he comes out to make the cap. Raz on the trade. Raz on the rotation. He's not going to see it in time. He's going to get Verds here. He does find Verds, but there's still 2 members of Blaze up. Raz is going to be real nervous now. And there's Squigookin. He'll find it even with the trade. Blaze has one still up, and they go up 2-1 here on map number 1. Wow, and such a back and forth here in these rounds. Things go from one angle to the next. Before you know it, things are flipped on its head. And it's odd, we're trading Marsoc rounds here. Not what I really would have thought would be happening between these 2 teams. I figured maybe the 5 horsemen would have picked up that first Volk round, and it would go into some Volk round trades until one can maybe edge out the other. However, that doesn't seem to be the case tonight. Blaze do manage to find their second Marsoc round, and once again, Verds and Squig really pulling their weight. Silent Knight, though, Prefontaine, Zero, all doing their part. And the same goes for the side of 5 horsemen. As you can see, kill spread's pretty equal. There's not really a lot of issues with that. So, I mean, I can't really fault either team right now. They're both playing pretty smart. The only thing I would say was wrong would be notable in that last round was Traden getting a little bit aggressive there towards the end of the round to try and pick Verds, and it ended up putting in a very precarious position in which Verds took full advantage of using that shield and pistol. And, you know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But I think if he'd have played back a little bit more reserved, maybe he could have put Verds in his own tough spot, right? You know, just keeping him on his toes, which a lot of times is enough to keep a shield player from being able to really get comfortable. And when they get comfortable is when they're able to just pop, just take you down, either when your back's turned or even in some cases while you're continuously firing on them. So. But either way, I am very impressed so far with the play on these first few rounds. It's a lot closer than I think I would have thought this first map would have been, but overall, I think my predictions are coming true. I think 5 horsemen are showing us a bit of that underdog fight that they have. And we're going to find out again. We're going to go ahead and again, while we're waiting on the teams here in round 2 to start coming out of the pre-round timer, we'll show you another replay of the last round and the excitement that is this matchup between Blaze and 5 horsemen. And I got to give it to you, though, 5 horsemen are definitely still very energetic. They are very happy to be doing how they're doing here in this round. And they are doing, again, quite well. So we'll have to see, are they going to be able to find this second Marsoc round here, or will the Blaze defense be able to find point number 3 for them? A lot of early smokes coming out there from the offense. Not a lot of movement, though. You've got Enigma making his way up through the tunnel, but no real action so far. You got Prefontaine watching that smoke angle, and he's going to just miss it because of the lay on the smoke. Traden finds Verds, however, in the middle, and that'll start things off quite well for the 5 horsemen. Ooh, now Enigma finds 0, and that's already 2 down on the side of Blaze. Only 1 minute into the round here, or just under a minute into the round, and 5 Horsemen have taken a commanding advantage here with two up over the opponents. But Silent Knight gonna pop out and find one onto Boxtoys. He's got an excellent cross angle. Traden's gonna have a hard time getting out that door. Oh, but Silent Knight's gonna look away at just the wrong time. He's gonna back off that doorway at just the wrong time to find Traden. But that's okay, right? I mean, they're down 2 members. Better to play it safe than sorry at this time and just watch your crosses on the approach. The smokes, though, from 5 Horsemen are doing quite well. Prefontaine's missed a couple of crosses here. Prefontaine, though, not going to miss that one, and he finds Dr. Sean on the cross. Raz and Enigma looking for another one, but Squigookin's going to pop out and find Raz, and now the tables, oh, how the turntables have turned. Blaze is taking the advantage now with a one-man up advantage. Frag comes out from Squigookin. The flash, actually. Enigma definitely going to be flashed out from that, but the frag will go too far, unfortunately, for him. Traden making some solid call-outs. He knows definitely where at least Silent Knight is. Ooh, Enigma and Prefontaine gonna get a little bit of a firefight, but now Traden's there to back it up. Ooh, Prefontaine almost catches. Yes, he does with a nice headshot onto Traden. He's gonna find him out, and the 5 Horsemen down to their last man. Blaze still with 3 up. Enigma going for the corner, and that's gonna be oh my goodness, how did Squigookin not get that kill? But it doesn't matter. Prefontaine comes around the corner, gets the refrag, and that's gonna be 3 points for Blaze on map 1. Wow, let's talk about these KDs, man. I gotta tell you, Squigookin and Prefontaine, Verds, and Silent all really killing it right now. Zero not having a great game thus far on the map, but you know what? It's still early in the game. He's got plenty of time to make up for it in these next coming rounds, but that's the round Blaze needed, right? They're now in control of the game again. They've got 2 Marsoc wins and a Volk win, so that's exactly what they need. They're going into map point here. It's 3v1. They have a couple of gimme rounds if they manage to slip up here, but also on the side of 5 Horsemen, again, kills being shared very equally, not a lot of one person pulling all the weight, so it's really good to see that when it comes to these teams. So a very close matchup indeed, and man, oh man, has this been a match to watch. But this next objective is going to be a bit of a doozy, because I have seen Blaze do some real damage real fast on this South Green Containers objective. All right, let me take a look back through the chat here and see what people's predictions were overall. There's been a lot of chat. Pone Cake with his trolling me with my sleeping on the objective. Appreciate that. Oh, man. All right, it looks like Nightbot is being still a pain in the butt, so we'll have to try and get on that. So I apologize to our viewers for that. Try not to hold that against us this time. But we will be going ahead and covering another little bit of the last round, a little picture-in-picture replay as we wait for our spawn timer to clear. Blaze Boys on the objective again, or on the attack. This time they are going for that precious map point. They're trying to close out map 1 here early, get that lead solidified, and try and move into next map 2 as quickly as they can. Early on, spawn timers go out. The pre-fire is already starting up, and a lot of smoke coming out from Blaze, though I'm not seeing quite the aggression I would have thought, considering the objective. Squigookin actually, or Zero, barely making it past, but Silent Knight will find Boxtoys, Verbs will find Traden, and that's going to open up the objective quite significantly. Raz will find Zero and Squigookin on a hard push, but will he find Prefontaine? He does. The center's been crushed, and the 5 Horsemen take down Blaze in just under a minute's time. And they are very excited about that. My goodness, I could barely hear myself think after all those screams, but there's a reason to do so. That was a clean round there from the 5 Horsemen. Yes, it is. 5 Horsemen now on the ropes. So their comebacks are definitely needing. Oh man, they really need to take care of that. sorry, they don't need to take care of anything. They've got to do it. Basically, it's do or die from this round forward for the 5 Horsemen. They have no options. Either they win every round following, or the map goes to place. There's simply put, that's it. It's 3-2. Blaze can technically give up one more round before things are dire for them. Well, not dire, because this isn't a series. This isn't the series deciding map. But, you know, obviously you want to take your own map pick. And that's exactly what Blaze is going to try and do now. They're going to go on to the defensive here. But 5 Horsemen, they're going to be looking for the comeback. They like to call themselves the comeback kids. At least they did in their write-up for the respawn, which we just covered a couple of days ago. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. They're hanging alive. They're staying in there. That was a great round from them. And I did question their positioning at first, especially when those first 2 picks came out from the side of Blaze. I thought, oh no, this is not looking good. Blaze definitely in position to get this cap, but did not quite happen the way they wanted it to. But great round nonetheless. And we are wasting no time going into this last one. We're going in to what could be the final round of this first map. 5 Horsemen will be on the attack.
Is it fun to play Onward with?
And they are very jubilant, especially after that last round win. I mean, it was an impressive round win. I mean, Blaze did play it fast, play it loose, and play it hard. And that, of course, has one of 2 outcomes. Either it ends fast in a good way, or it ends fast in a bad way. And for them, it ended fast in a bad way. But Blaze not going to be looking to give this one up. They're trying to take this round this time. Verd's out in the center. He's going to find Enigma. Will he find Trayton? He does find 2. Zero finds Dr. Sean across the map. Raz will find Verds, however, and even things back up just a little. Zero will push the kill. Now Prefontaine's grabbed Box Toy, or I'm sorry, Zero has grabbed Box Toys, and 5 Horsemen are down to their last member. Blaze up with 4. Here comes Prefontaine on the backside. He's pushing up the center. Will he see him, though? No, the smokes are going to be good cover for Raz here. He's going to be able to hide out in those while things cool off just a bit. Man, oh man. Oh, he almost caught Prefontaine out there, and he does. A close run, but that's kind of what you get when you run around on the defense with like a chicken with your head cut off. But man, oh man. He's still got a lot of work to cut out for him. And that grenade, oh, just a little sooner, and he would have caught Raz out on the retreat, or tactical retreat, I should say, because he's not like he's never coming back to the fight. He's got to come back to the fight. But yeah, he's going to pull back now. He's got a lot of work ahead of him. I'm not sure that their kill count's going to be accurate. I have to think about it. Looks like he's going to throw on some night vision, in fact. Maybe trying to be able to see into those more difficult corners to check. You know, there's definitely a call for it in some places on this map to be 100% sure that your enemy's not tucked into that corner or in that dark spot that you can't quite make out. So definitely not a bad call on Raz's part. But yeah, he is going to have his work cut out from him. Just under 4 minutes left in the round, and Raz will be poking and prodding his way back to the objective. As long as Blaze stays vigilant and stays patient, they should be able to take this round pretty easily, but there's nothing easy about a game for Onward. And we're going to ride on board Raz here for a moment, see what he's got for us as he tries to poke and prod his way through this Blaze defense. But you know, I hate to try and call it, but I feel like I should call it with the way that the defense is kind of set, watching the crosses, watching the push outs from the center. And maybe if Raz had been able to get by, actually, I think taking the tunnel is going to be his best option here. If we're really talking about it, because the push out from the center buildings is going to be covered by Zero. It's going to be really hard to grab him. Squigookin's watching the exit of the building that Raz is walking towards right now. So in all senses of the word, Raz is walking into a trap as it looks now. I mean, he could pull back and double back and go somewhere else, but it's not looking like that's what he's going to do. And of course, as I say that, Squigookin will rotate off the angle he's watching, and Zero will look in a completely different direction. So got to prove Sleepy wrong at all times. That's just a player's goal when I'm casting, I think. But the comms from Blaze are sounding pretty good. I'm hearing a lot of chatter from them on the sides. They are able to Ooh, Squig's gonna see Raz, but Raz will get the penetration kill. And he'll pick up the first of 3 that he needs here in the round. He's got 2 minutes, 30 seconds, plenty of time left. He doesn't have to worry about time right now, but he will need to start making a little bit more progression on the map. He needs to cover some more real estate and just be ready. Raz playing this very smart, as I would assume from a lawyer. Yeah, you're supposed to be pretty smart to be those things, right? So I assume that guy's working with some IQ on his side. He's got a lot of work cut out for him again. It's a 2v1. It's not impossible. It's definitely much easier than the 1v3 he was up against just a moment ago. But if his kill counts aren't right, he could be thinking he's in a 1v1 now and push maybe a little too hard for a particular person and end things up. And now, yeah, he does actually figure out the best route to go. Does find himself moving up the tunnel. It'll now just be up to managing his speed in order to avoid motion. And I think he just gave it away because it looks like Zero picked up on that and is going to be watching the tunnel exit now. Yeah, you can see the laser just pointed downrange at the edge of the tunnel, but Raz will find Silent Night on a cheeky little peeky through the cargo container, that tiny crack, man. And now we're back on board Raz as he makes his way back. He's only got less than a minute. Zero's going to need to make sure that he stays nice and cozy in his box, because if he gets antsy, he could give it all away and give Raz the point here. If he just sits back and waits for Raz to come to him, this should be the round that ends it for Blaze, and they take map 1. But again, as I've said many times already, and I feel like I'm becoming a chatting parrot, he will be risking the round timer, and he does find the kill. Zero finds the pick onto Raz. Blaze take the first map in a 4-2 fashion. And we'll take one more look at the KDs as we wrap up the map here. 8-1 from Enigma with a big killer. 8-5. I was looking at the revives, not the kills. 7-5 from Raz, and a good spread from the rest of the team. And then meanwhile on Blaze, the same thing. You got 5-6, 6-4, 3-5, 6-5, and 7-5 to Verds. So well done on their side as well. Just edging out the 5 Horsemen here in map 1. And we got an excellent barn burner of a map here on the first one. Hanging alive and staying in there. Trip criticizing me in the chat. All right, fine. I concede, Trip. I can't talk today. Anyways, we are just waiting for our next map to be selected here. A reminder on the pick bans, we do have Subway and Tanker banned. But it looks like for map 2, we're going to be going to Quarantine. So buckle up, folks. It's your caster's favorite playable and castable map. Quarantine coming at you hot here on Onward Master League 1. Woo. Let me know in the chat, folks, what did you think of that first map? I was honestly quite impressed with the comeback, or the perceived comeback that was about to happen there from the side of the 5 Horsemen. Really impressive stuff there from them. Again, and I called it kind of at the beginning of the game as well. I said, they call themselves the Comeback Kings. They call themselves, they've been pulling some underdog victories out. So I wasn't quite, I couldn't write them off. As much as I love Blaze, and as much as I know how practiced they are and how they have been in the league longer, I wanted to give all the eggs in the basket to Blaze, but especially after that first map, I'm not so sure I can. And obviously they're picking Quarantine for a reason. They are ready for this one, I would assume. But I don't think Blaze are any slouches on this map either, so they could be picking into a very cautionary tale here, as we could be deciding the series after this round, after this map. Once again, I want to thank everyone for coming out to the stream this evening. We appreciate you all for stopping by. We also appreciate any of those bits and subscriptions. I know I've seen a few of those as I've scrolled through the chat here between rounds. So I want to thank everybody for that as well. Of course, that does go into supporting the league and supporting the time that these casters put into not only casting the games, but also the new assets that we've been building here lately. There's been a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that I know a lot of people aren't aware of. If you follow me on Twitter, you've been seeing teasers for the last few days about what's coming up next this weekend. But make sure you tune in tomorrow as we do debut those new assets here on Onward Master League 1 with Noman and a special guest caster. I'm sure everyone will be in love with that. But yeah, so be sure and stop in for that. Of course, it's a good time to thank our sponsors as well, ProTube VR and VR Cover. They're two of the best quality of life accessories for your Rift Index, Rift S Quest, and any other HMD you probably use. ProTube mostly going to be good for us here in the Onward and Pavlov Master Leagues, but you know, VR gamers, we're a pretty diverse bunch, right? So it's not too crazy. But anyways, we're already into map 1, or map 2, I should say. It's round 1 of map 2. And 5 Horsemen will be on the attack here. Wait, did they give the map pick to Blaze? Oh, no. That doesn't make sense. I'm losing my mind here. 5 Horsemen, this is their map pick. They are on Marsoc, and they have the gas station objective with a north spawn. So not a bad spawn, really, for them, as long as they can make sure to maintain secrecy, if you will, as they make their push. But they're going to find one pushing up pretty hard on the western side. That's going to be Cryocell. He's going to get caught up by Traden, and that's going to end up being a bit of a wasted aggression there from the side of Blaze. Shots will be ringing out now from both sides as they trade fire. Raz getting real spooked there by the shots coming out from the center building. I mean, he was legitimately spooked. I heard a decent when he got shot at. Real interest there. We got one member of the 5 Horsemen on the roof as well. Enigma trying to make sure that happens, trying to cover the extra angles there, can help his team out as best he can. But I think Blaze is going to be trying to play this now, maybe a bit more reserved, as they've already lost one to some aggression in the west. Traden, Box Toys, and Raz making some good progress here on the western side. They've pushed their way up to the western plane wing and covering each other quite well. I think there's a good refrag potential here to be able to refrag in case of any issues that come up here, because this push will be tough to make if they don't smoke it. On the western side, you got Verds watching that angle from the center burning, and he's definitely aware of their positioning because, of course, he did take shots at I think it was Raz a moment ago. And yeah, he's looking deep for those picks, but Prefontaine's going to be the first one to spot him out from one of the western towers. And it's gonna be a bit tougher for him now because he's kind of divulged his positioning, but he is gonna pull himself back. Can't quite get a good camera angle on that because he's moved himself downstairs, and there's just not a good angle. Oh wait, there's a good angle. Prefontaine on the watch. He knows where they're coming from, but I think he's waiting for them to split that building right there by the turbine and come from, or the fuselage, and come from both angles, kind of from the Sarlacc pit and from the west wing. Yeah, he's definitely on the watch there, watching those crucial angles. But right now he's missing out as Traden pops the west and manages to lay a smoke exactly where they need it. Now he's going to be able to make a cross at least more easily than he was before. Could also be using it just as a distraction. Verd's going to be now watching very heavily over on that side. Shots ringing out from Traden as he tries to pressure where he assumes the enemy is. And he's bringing out some heavy fire onto Prefontaine's position, but Prefontaine not being reckless, not jumping out into the door. And now Traden and Box Toys, it's like they want to push, but they just can't be sure that they'll make it. And now their first smoke has run out of steam, so that initial push from behind the fuselage will be to the mercy of Verds. They got to be careful there. The rest of their team not quite not quite in position. They really I don't positioning's okay, but it's going to be a tough cross that they're burning this much time. It does appear that they are awaiting. Hold on, let me make sure I got it here. Nope, I do not. They are pushing one south, so he's going to be able to come up and really give him the business from the south side. But he's got to do a lot of work when it comes to that. Yeah, he's got a lot of pushing to go before his team is going to be ready, and the team will be ready to push in. Blaze is a man down, so technically 5 horsemen could simply overpower them with manpower. But just looking at the angles that they're coming in from and wondering how much utility is really left, I'm wondering if they'll be able to plan and set smokes in the proper place in order to make the pushes they need, because right now the crucial angles of crossing are covered, in my opinion. And there we go. Verd's going to find the first one, but Raz will be there to take the refrag, so that'll be good for the side of 5 horsemen. But now Enigma's going to find Zero. That'll be the first kill from that south push on the bottom. Zero still alive, but Raz not, or Zero or Enigma not going to take any chances. Prefontaine will find Traden on the west as well, and that should be the remainder of the west down. Now it's just the 2 members in the center of the map. They've got just under a minute left. And Enigma now going to be giving away his position to Squigookin. Smokes are out, though, so it could be a difficult call, but he got a bad lay on one smoke, it looks like, and Squigookin going to have line of sight all day on that. 44 seconds left for this push. 5 horsemen really putting themselves in a tough spot. Prefontaine finds both Dr. Sean and Raz. Squigookin going to be all by himself now. It's 30 seconds left. Enigma going for the push. Will he be able to make it in? Oh, he's going for the open cross. He's going for the outside. Squigookin should hear this. Oh my god, he doesn't hear it. What is going on? Is he going to find the angle? Oh no, he's going to see it in time. And Squigookin does find the kill. Blaze take their first point on the map, and they secure the first win here on Quarantine. Man, oh man, what an... Whew, that was a nail biter there. Enigma with a smart play. It was a well thought out play there. My only nitpick with that play from 5 horsemen was the positioning of the remaining members of the team in order to launch an attack once Enigma was in position. They were just a little bit too far back for my liking. It's their play. They can run it however they want. But from my point of view, it was definitely the timing was just a little off. So if they could maybe get their guys at least across the North Street before that 2.5 minute mark, say, just as an example, that would put them in a much better position to be able to cover and assist as the attack comes in from all directions. Because setup wise, it was great. They had members kind of coming on from the far western flank. They had some coming from the center, which would be considered, I guess, your eastern flank. And then they had Enigma with that wraparound on the south, which managed to take down a key defender in case they would have been able to come in from either that eastern or western flank. So realistically, a great setup, just a little bit wrong on the execution. Whew. Sometimes I just talk too much. You know, I just wear myself out. But anyways, our next round will be kicking off here momentarily. We'll take a peek, see Ganderowski at where the Blaze Boys will spawn, and it looks like they're going to get a mirrored spawn in comparison to their predecessors. No, not their predecessor. Well, I guess technically. And now Blaze is going to be on the attack, same angle, same spawn. That they're going to push to the north roof, it looks like, going to try and gain that height advantage when they can. Prefontaine looking for the aggression in the west there, it looks like. And Verds, all of the team looking different angles. They're watching for the solid push outs from all directions, which is a smart play. Looks like from a distance there. I'm not gonna really call a camera to it, but looks like they did put one of the 5 horsemen up on the plane wing in the south there to give them some coverage on that wraparound east flank if it does come out, which it does appear that Blaze is going to attempt with Squigookin as he runs across. For the most part, though, Blaze is sticking together in a squad tactic right now. They're all sticking fairly together on the roof, which is gonna probably work out. They'll be in good refrag potential. And Zero's going to be making his way. He's made some good progress, actually, already here in the center of the map at Burning Building. He's got good sight lines. The rooftop or the plane wing defender is not going to be able to see him. He's got good coverage there, so he'll be able to get into position and even get into a firing position onto the objective even. And he's got that rocking that LMG, so that'll be good for Blaze as they try and bring in the rest of their boys. I hear shots go off to my left side, which means Squigookin does manage to see Enigma back there on the plane wing. So that 5 Horsemen's defensive play onto the south coverage is not going to quite work out for them. And now they're huddled in tight on the objective. Look at that. Look at that overhead map. You can see 5 Horsemen, just 4 men on the objective. They are not giving up an inch when it comes to this. They are not letting a cap happen here. But Blaze is going to be given almost free reign on the real estate up until that point. So they better be careful with that. You give Blaze an inch, they could end up taking a mile from you if you're not careful. Good comms out of Zero there as he manages to clear the central building and give call out to his team. And now we got Squigookin making his push. He's going to make it quite far up this eastern side going up to the ambulance, but he's going to have to worry about Box Toys, who's down the lane in a very interesting position I've not seen much of, but, you know, looking pretty effective, realistically. He's got some cover from the show. Oh, never mind. Squigookin will see him through the ambulance. I guess that's my curse for being a shorter guy, right? Like, I don't get to see some of these angles just because I physically cannot see them. Shots now exchanged between Zero and a member of the defense. I believe it was Dr. Sean who might have popped out with Verds and the defender, Dr. Sean. Smokes are coming out now from Blaze. A frag out from Verds, and I don't know how that frag really didn't... Oh, and actually, never mind. Dr. Sean's tucked quite into that corner, so I could see how he would have lived through that one. But the smokes are out from Blaze now. They're going to be looking to go for it. Zero's making his way across the street. He's unseen to the eye yet. Enigma's made his way off. He's going to find the kill. Oh, but there's Dr. Sean. Razzle finds Squigookin. He's just behind him. Prefontaine finds Enigma. Verds unfortunately kills, or no, he reses Squigookin and now trading him Prefontaine. Zero's on the objective. He's got Tablet out. They're trying to hold back the defense, but there's too many defenders left anyways. Zero's making the cap. Tabs out. It's going to be a cap here for Blaze. Unless things really go sideways, Raz is on the push. Will he push it up fast enough? No, it's not going to happen. Blaze is going to take the cap and find 2 points. They're going to go up 3-0 here on Quarantine. Ooh, that one got loud there at the end. You got smokes going on, you got frags going out, you got LMGs firing everywhere. Whew. I didn't even hear myself think at the end of that one. But man, oh man, let's talk about what's going on these kills. Prefontaine holding it down for Blaze, with Squigookin holding it down with him. Zero Cryo not able to find any kills yet, but providing very helpful assistance without the entire round. Verds also grabbing 2 there. On the 5 Horseman side, you got Traden and Raz both grabbing 2 so far, and Enigma with 1. And Dr. Sean and Boxtoy is unable to find any just yet. Gonna give a little bit of a replay there towards the, I believe they're gonna be the end of that round there. A lot of action coming in, as you can see this cap happening. Blaze boys really focusing on the push. And doing a great job. I mean, I think the kill count actually in this occasion really worked out in their favor, right? Like, they had 3 members of the 5 Horsemen left up. So even if an accidental kill were to have come out, you know, they still had 2 more people they would have had to kill in order to make it work. So a great play from Blaze, and just a little bit left, you know, a little bit left to be desired on the side of 5 Horsemen. But overall, I still say the 5 Horsemen are putting up a heck of a fight here against the Blaze boys today. It looks like chat just catching up to that last round, and yes, it was a close one, a pucker factor of 10, as Trip put it. Man, this whole game has been kind of a pucker factor of 10. I think Blaze maybe even a little concerned at some points. They have been really holding it together, the 5 Horsemen, in regards to this matchup. And now we're going to move on to the ambulance objective. And the 5 Horsemen are going to be getting the quick spawn, as most would call it, on the western side of the map. We'll see if they utilize it. Now they're going to push down towards down across the North Street very quickly. They're hopefully going to be ready for the checks from Blaze, but it doesn't appear that Blaze is going to be doing much on the checks here. They're probably going to be trying to play this one tight, as all they have to do now is secure this last Volk round in order to take map 2 and so coincidentally the series. The boys from the 5 Horsemen, though, will opt to stay on the western side of the map as they push and try and get across. Well, actually, right now they're just more angling onto positionings. Traden with probably the best chance at finding our first pick here on the map, though Zero's putting himself in a precarious position. He's got that laser lined up just over his head. Ooh, the shots ring out right as we get there. Boxtoy's trying to keep his head low, but they know where he is now, and so Zero might want to start thinking about finding a different positioning, though it's going to be tough for him at this point. Enigma, though, from the rooftop, going to manage to find a pick onto Verds, and that's going to be... It's going to be on him for that one. Goodness gracious, a heck of a shot there from him. I think that was, yeah, oh, no, that was... on the roof. Burning court? No. Tank courtyard. Sorry, I'm reading my map backwards.
I'm on the roof. I can see tank courtyard. I got a minus in tank courtyard. I can see the east. It's off.
Traden will pick up Zero as well, and things already looking kind of shaky for Blaze on their round winner here. Squigookin putting off some shots from on top of the objective. I think he's focused more on the rooftop there, because now that's 2 kills in that same kind of location that Enigma's been able to pick from the rooftop. And this is just, it's got to be too close for comfort for Blaze now, because now they're going to have a 4-man push. Ooh, off the west side. Squigookin just barely able to get himself away. Just heavy suppressive fire now from the side of 5 Horsemen. They're going to try and keep Squigookin's head down as much as they can. Enigma's just... Ooh, he's taking some shots now on the rooftop from... I believe that was coming in from Squigookin. But the Squigookin is just going to be in a tough spot, man. Boxtoys will find him, and now the objective is going to be open. Nobody really watching it. Cryo has a bit of an angle on it. He's got angles. He's got sightline on the corner, but will it be enough? Now there's a walking smoke out. Cryo, or Boxtoys, I'm sorry. Got to back away from that, in fact, and not walk out to the corner. Laid smoke as well as a couple of others, and it looks like 5 Horsemen are going to be going for it here, and I don't know, Blaze going to be needing to get back on that rotation. Their south defender way off, so if he doesn't catch his picks at the right time... Oh, but he does. Prefontaine grabs Dr. Sean. Cryocell grabs Boxtoys, and now Traden's going to be in a firefight with Cryocell, who's going to have to reload, but he manages to still pick up Traden anyways. 2 men left on the side of the 5 Horsemen, one of them being Enigma up. And now Cryocell going to be rushing out into fire from Enigma. Enigma will get the kill, and now the objective is exposed. It's all up to Prefontaine if he can grab those long picks. And if they manage to get the past him in the smoke there, it could be over, because Prefontaine is just a tough angle. I don't see this being a good angle to hold for the end of the round. But what else can he do if he runs over there? Enigma is going to pick him up off the rooftop. Well, actually, he's going to get away with it, because Enigma has now rotated off the rooftop, and now Raz actually going over there to pick up Dr. Sean, but Prefontaine locked in on the objective, and honestly, that's where he should stay locked in, because at this point, he's the last man left. Cap prevention is his biggest priority at this point. Oh, and I think he now sees that the body is no longer where it was when he found the pick. He has got eagle eyes on the objective, and Raz is pushing his way up the corner here on the objective. A nice smoke that's just kind of hand-placed could do him well here. Prefontaine is watching. It's almost like Raz can see the laser that we can see on the spectator mode, though we know that they can't, because he gets to the corner and then backs off. I think he just wants the safety and security of the building to provide him with that cover. They have no clue where actually they do have a clue where Prefontaine is, because of course Dr. Sean was taken out by him, but Prefontaine's doing a good job of keeping his head low back there. I want to pop over and get angles on Prefontaine, but it's like, if Raz decides to push this objective, what's going to happen? And it looks like that might be what Raz has got going. Raz is on the corner there. Prefontaine's on the look. I mean, he's definitely got the sight line. Oh, but now Dr. Sean's found a good counter to this. He's got up on the plane wing. He could see Prefontaine here in the south. Right now, things not working out for him just yet. Second Prefontaine fires, though. It's over, and there come the shots from him. Prefontaine will get winged, but Dr. Sean, no, it won't matter. Dr. Sean will find the kill, and 5 Horsemen will find their first round here on the map and take things to a 3-1 here on round number 3. Taking a look at our kill counts, not a whole lot has really changed since the first round. A couple of people, Cryocell, able to pick up a couple kills here on this one. And then Dr. Sean and Boxtoy is able to get rid of their goose eggs as well. But overall, both teams still sharing the workload very well, I'd say. Right now, of course, Blaze got the 5 Horsemen on the ropes once again. Now is a do or die for 5 Horsemen for every round going forth. And this is not really the objective that you want to have to do that on, right? This is a very tough one to attack, but it can also be tough to defend, especially considering the spawn locations of the defense. You could end up getting caught out in the open. You could get caught in a tight angle that you're trying to watch on a cross for the South Street, for example. If you watch that eastern side, a lot of tight angles that can be both. That can be both ends. In the south. Right now, we're going to show you a little replay. Last round of showing off the 5 Horsemen really keeping things together there and keeping 3 alive there in that last round. But man, oh man, has this been a matchup or what, ladies and gentlemen? I am still pumped from that first map. That first map was an excellent one. This one, we've already seen a cap. We've seen some great play here from both sides. Again, 5 Horsemen pulling it out there in that last round to grab themselves a point. Now they're going to go back on defense as we get into the next round here. And yeah, I mean, again, this can be a tough one to defend, so it will depend on the spawn. And it looks like Blaze will get that quick spawn just like 5 Horsemen did. I'm wondering how they'll utilize it, however. If they will, if they'll capitalize on the ability to gain very serious real estate, or if they're going to kind of wait them out and look for the early picks like the 5 Horsemen did. It'll be interesting to find out. But anyways, we're rolling into it here on map 2, round 4. Quarantine is our map, and Blaze got a couple of gimme rounds here, but that doesn't mean that they can give up on the map against 5 Horsemen. Doesn't look like 5 Horsemen are going to have any inkling to the spawn, realistically, as I don't see where anyone's really exposed themselves to that yet. Zero actually was able to make a cross without Raz seeing him, because Raz is just more safe than sorry, which is probably best here considering the score line at the moment. But they've definitely got their work cut out for them. But this time it's going to be 5 Horsemen playing a little bit tighter on the objective. Ooh, sorry about that, folks. I hope you guys can't hear my stomach growling on the mic, but I'm getting a little hungry, so I'm hoping these... not that I want the maps to just go blowout to anybody, but I'm hoping they wrap soon, because I need some food in me, boys and girls. Anyways, all's quiet for now on the western front, or all fronts, we should say, but Blaze in some good positioning. Should be good positioning here for them on the map. And we got Enigma here on the plane wing, who's got the far south watch pretty well covered, in fact. And he does also have, I believe that's over there, that's okay, it's Traden over there watching that eastern cross from the attackers, who are in fact pushing a 2-man team. And let's take a gander over here at the eastern push. That's going to be Cryocell and Prefontaine making their way across. And they will have to deal with Traden, again, who is launching the push for that south road. But again, this is one of those positions that even though you have an angle, they also have an angle back. And that's not good. Meanwhile, in the west, now I get over to one side, and then on the other side of the map, the action's happening. I think that would be Zero with his LMG work that he likes to pull. Putting in some suppressive shots on the objective. Squig is getting in close as well. He could be seeing Raz at just about any time now. Prefontaine is on the cross though here. He's just prone to cross the road. I don't even know where to look anymore. I look left, they're right. I look up, they're down. It's all over the place here. But Raz will manage to pop out and find Zero on the opposite side. And Traden's looking for it. Squigukin gonna find a kill onto Dr. Sean with a nice grenade. Ooh, and Traden will look out at the wrong time. He'll get winged. Will he stop to heal or will he wait? Ooh. Cryocell really looking for that kill on the Traden, and Verds will find the kill actually from the backside. Now we'll find 2 on the objective. Both of the objective members are down. This could be a 5-1 here for Blaze. It's not looking good. The Blaze guys are not pushing the defense. Oh, here comes Squigukin now. He's going to check the code. Raz is coming up from the backside. He's going to find it, and just in time if they're not careful. Enigma pushing from the plane wing. Squig's going to go down from the backside. Verds will be ready for it. Will he be ready for it? No, Raz is going to find Verds as well, and now it's going to be the 2 members left up on the eastern push that are going to come down to the wire. Prefontaine picks up Enigma. It's just 1 member left from the 5 Horsemen. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. Blaze have plenty of time left to play with here. Raz is very, very defensive at this point, and now he's run out into the open. Luckily, he manages to escape the sight line of Prefontaine there as he pushes, but he's put himself in a very... Why is he running away from the objective? What in the... Oh, I see. It's an interesting... Oh, and that's the risk you run when you take an angle like that. It's a great angle for the right shot, but... Oh, boy. Doesn't matter, though. Cryocell from Blaze is going to get the cap, and Blaze are going to go 5-1 on the second map, thereby clinching the series overall, and we'll go into map 3 for MMR. Wow, a final look there onto the side of the kill deaths and scores. You can see 2 objective caps from the side of Blaze, 1 from Zero, 1 from Cryocell, 5 kills from Prefontaine on the map. Squigukin and Verds following that up with 4 apiece. Raz really killing it for the side of 5 Horsemen though with 6, and Traden and Enigma sharing in the second place glory with 3 apiece. But man, oh man, Blaze coming to play there on map number 2, and as I kind of 5 Horsemen picking into a real tough choice because Blaze is of course very well versed on that map. And moving on from our second map, sorry about the break there, folks. I needed a little bit of a drink. The solo casting thing ain't all it's cracked up to be, folks. It's a little tiring on the old voice of Rooney. But we will be going to Downfall for map number 3. So while the teams get loaded in and prepped for that, we'll get set up here on our end. Blaze will be taking the offense, of course, and the 5 Horsemen will be hoping for all those rounds that they can. I'm probably going to say this team name wrong, so give me a break for a moment, 5 Horsemen, because every time I press the Z key still, I get an overlay that's useless. But, you know. Anyways, so yeah, Downfall will be our last map for the evening. Should be an interesting one, as it does kind of put teams through the limits test, if you will. Some of these objectives are very difficult to approach, and we're not wasting any time going into this one. The map's going to be getting started here at now. In fact, teams are loading in. It looks like Marsoc going to be spawning. Blaze side going to be spawning up at the typical Marsoc spawn, if you will, in the northwest. I'm going to follow Verds here for just a moment, as it sounds like he's going to try and get an early look at any of the angles or pushes. He does manage to see someone push up into the brothel, but he's not able to make the connection. But he will find the connection onto Enigma, long range at the Center Hotel, and he manages to spot out Raz going into the dumpster building dark room. So that's going to be 3 positions he's already aware of, one of which he's already neutralized. Now he's providing his teams with the call out. Squigukin's going to be making his way over to the south bungalow. He's at risk of Raz spotting him out, but he's going to be kept covered by the suppressive fire from Verds out of the spawn hill. Squig trying to confirm that Raz is in the dumpster building. He does call back to his team and ask for that information. And yes, that information is valid. So, Squig, you are on the right path there with that look. 5 Horsemen going to be running a pretty, well, it's a spread defense for the particular objective, but it's definitely got the right angle looks. So we'll have to see how it works out. But again, Blaze do have the information of at least 3 locations, well, 2 locations because one of those is dead, of the enemy team. Bird's putting out a lot more fire down. He's already wasted an entire drum mag, and he's very surprised at that. But you did put a lot of shots down range, Bird, so it makes sense.
One move down in the hills. He's all the way down. Oh.
And things fall a bit silent again here on the map as Blaze still jockeys their way into position here. Who is this little interesting little busy bee down here? Oh, it's Prefontaine down at the white car in the crater building on the north side. That's an excellent position to be able to have gotten into with nobody seeing him. But it doesn't appear that the Blaze or the 5 Horsemen have really been taking much eye on that northern push. However, they will have to cross Traden's path, which I don't think anyone's aware of where he is just yet. So that could cause a problem in the future. In the far south, Squigookin's going to chuck a nade in on Raz, and it's a nice air burst. Well-timed cook grenade from Squigookin there against the 5 Horsemen, and now they've lost their second in the map. Squigookin probably going to be the next best option to find the next kill as well. His smoke will come out. That'll probably draw the attention of Box Toys off the objective. Maybe not. Maybe they'll call Traden in to cover that angle instead. Dr. Sean's watching it, but... Ooh, just a little bit too sloppy on the peek around toss from Squigookin will give away his position to Dr. Sean, who will definitely capitalize on that. Now we're down here with Traden. Oops. Who's going to be looking for Prefontaine, and Prefontaine's going to be super exposed there, and Box Toys will find Verds as well with the SKS. Now things are actually to 5 Horsemen's advantage, and what seemed to be a kind of gimme around there for Blaze has turned into another comeback from the side of the 5 Horsemen. They are doing really well at shutting down some of these early good starts from the Blaze side. Now we'll take a quick onboard with Zero as he's kind of scoping things out. He's made a... God, I'm so confused as to where he is, but oh, now I figured it out. He's over in the east. Nope, it's the west. Sorry, it's not the east, it's the west. And he's actually behind that brothel building, so that's actually a really good positioning for him. He's got Overwatch assistance from his teammate on the south ridge line as well. So if the 5 Horsemen make any risky pushes to check any angles, he'll be there to kind of pick up the slack. Call-outs are coming in. Zero giving his teammates the timer left, which is good. A lot of teams, especially on downfall, seem to be woefully unaware of the time is. Sorry, I got listening on to what Zero was saying, and it sounds like they're not quite aware of where Traden is, and that's going to be a bit of a problem for them because he is going to be Zero's biggest threat as he pushes down the hill. Maybe it depends on if Traden gets risky to kind of expose himself in the window. Oh yeah, there's the shots in from the south ridge line. They're going to try and be keeping Traden back, and it seems to be working. But now Zero needs to be paying attention to make sure that he doesn't suscept himself to Box Toys' coverage. Zero checking the tab. Oh man, he's going to try and go for the cap, but he's got to neutralize Box Toys first. He's not going to be able to get that cap if Box Toys is still alive. Ooh, he barely misses Traden. Now Traden going to be watching that angle. I'm pretty sure Traden spotted out Zero there. 30 seconds left on the round. Zero's going to be making a hard push up towards to find Traden. He knows where he is. He's going to try and find the angle now, but it's not going to work out for him. Traden will find the kill, and Cryocell going to actually get his way up past Box Toys, but he won't make it to this objective. If he does, I'll be highly surprised. Ooh, Box Toys gonna look away at the wrong time, but no. 5 Horsemen do find their round, and they take round number 1 here on Downfall. Looking at that scoreboard, Blaze actually only able to find 2 kills. That initial pick from Verns and the nicely timed cooked frag from Squigookin there onto Raz. Overall, what started out as what it appeared to be an impeccable play. I mean, you got information on 3 positions, one of which you neutralized, the second of which you were able to direct your teammate to and neutralize. You know, I really thought that would have been Blaze's wrapped up nice in a bag, but because of the unknown positioning of the remaining 2 defenders, things got real out of hand, real fast. Looked like Traden and Box Toy is going to be carrying the most of that, with Dr. Sean grabbing one for himself. No, Trip, I did not mean a litmus test. I'm not trying to determine the pH level of these teams. I mean limits test. These objectives, not all are easy to attack. A few are definitely more easy than others. I think this ice cream truck objective, the body truck objective, whatever you want to call it, does lend itself to be a bit tougher because the defenses are able to control their angle watch a lot more and they can play it a lot tighter. But 5 Horsemen doing well to hold on to that first defensive round. But will they be able to hold it together here on the attack? That's where the test is almost every round for Downfall. The attack on almost every objective is not a simple one, as most teams opt to go for that turtled box defense. And now, for the first time in a long time on the map, we actually don't have mirrored spawns on an objective. And the 5 Horsemen will be getting the, while admittedly louder, more useful spawn in my... Well, actually not useful because they don't have the quick peek that the Blaze got from that previous one. But you know what? It doesn't make any use because 5 Horsemen are going to go for it anyways. Does look like Enigma spotted out Prefontaine as he moved into position, so they should be wary of at least one spot. However, you never know because... could be a transitioning position. Verts will be able to manage to get himself in the south bungalow. Prefontaine finds a long angle onto Dr. Sean. And we're into a 5v4 already, just 30 seconds into the round.
One on the hilltop.
Oh yeah, the defenders have spotted out the 2 up on the south ridge line, and now they are going to be peppering them with a pepper shaker. Pepper like a pepper shaker, baby. My question is, however, have they identified both players or only the one that they've been firing at, which is currently Traden? Traden giving good call-outs to his team there, letting them know that the tracer rounds that they're seeing are going to be from the enemy. Ooh, but I'm interested to see what's going on here. Enigma going to be sneaking up onto the backside of Verds, and Verds is going to be woefully unaware. This should be a pick for Enigma here. However, the smoke that he threw might actually help him. Oh, will he see it? Oh my goodness. Man, just the simplest little peek from Verds here, and Enigma's got him. Well, doesn't matter. Prefontaine's going to see the angle from the south street and take that out. So Enigma will go down just outside of Verds' building, and Verds will be saved by Prefontaine, and I hope Prefontaine doesn't let Verds hear the end of that one. Ooh, Verds gonna go ahead and just chuck a little nade there out the window. Box Toys up on the roof, won't last long as Squigookin manages to peek the angle and leave just the 2 remaining south members up on the ridge line to their own devices. Looking pretty good for Blaze here so far on their defensive round, but you know, you can never tell. However, in counter to my own point, that south ridge line is very hard to get down from because there is limited to no cover. And while you do have the range advantage on your side, now Prefontaine's angled his way up. He's down there by the dumpster building, so he's not as far away, and those targets won't be as small for him. Oh, yeah, and see, there's Prefontaine now tracking Traden as he pushes his way across here on the top side. Traden, though, well aware of his angles and where he can go and where he can't go. He's going to manage to slide his way down now. Goodness, this guy is properly aware of where people can and can't see him as he makes this push down the South Ridge line. He's got his teammate, I believe, was Raz. Yes, Raz, covering him still from the opposite side of the Valley Ridge line on the south. Okay, Downpour, I'm going to request that our mini maps reflect the actual boundaries of the map going forward. Traden pushing way off the backside. He's going to be looking to follow along in the steps of Zero from the last round, getting that really, really far Western push. Like what I did there, Western. Got it? Yeah, yeah. No? Okay, fine. I know. Bad dad jokes. It's fine. There's Zero. Will he see Traden? Ooh, I think he might have missed him. I don't know. I can't tell. I'm not in their minds. No, Traden gonna find a nice headshot onto him, but now he's gonna be susceptible to the shots ringing in from Cryocell. Well, managed to keep away with his life. However, he's gonna have a lot of defenders looking that way now, and Blaze can actually sacrifice a couple of those angles to watch that direction. Traden gonna try and take some shots on Verds on a rotation. Not gonna work out for him. They've got 2 minutes left on the clock. They're very quickly running out of time, and Raz is way off objective. If Traden goes down here and leaves it all to Raz, he's gonna have to pretty much full sprint at the objective in order to find it. Traden's getting real pushy with his angles here on the southwestern side. He's got everyone in the world looking at him, but yet he keeps popping up and peeking the same spot. It's not looking good. It won't be too many times that he'll be able to do that again without getting his head taken off. Raz is finally making his push down. He's in the valley now, it appears, but Verge is on a bit of a rush. No, he's actually stopped. Okay, that's much aggressive push as I thought. It actually seems like Traden's position might be a distraction push as they try and send Raz here on the eastern side out. Ooh, I think Raz sees Verds. Oh, he's definitely going to see him now. Raz does find the pick onto Verds, but he doesn't finish him off yet, so Verds going to be given that call out. Should be any time now. And Raz will go back for the double kill, but 59 seconds left. Neither player in a position to really go. They're going to have to run out through the open to get to these spots. Prefontaine going to find Traden out in the open now. Raz going to be all by himself here. 49 seconds left. This is looking like a Blaze round. 3 of them left, only 1 of him. He's going to have to make an impressive miracle play in order to take this one, I think. And there it goes, ladies and gentlemen. Prefontaine finds his 3rd in the round with Raz, and 5 Horsemen will lose one as they go 1-1 in the map against Blaze. Looking at scoreboards, like we said, Prefontaine finding 3 in that round alone. Squig at 2, Verz at 2, Zero and Cryo struggling to find anything at the moment. Traden, on the other hand, finding 3 of his own. Box Toys with 2, and Raz and Dr. Sean pulling equally with 1. So just as been the theme the whole round, or the whole match, I should say. Very, very, very solid weight distribution being pulled on both sides here. So I got to give it to both teams on that aspect. They are really playing this out. Now our next objective is going to be that North Headquarters building. Thank you for that. North Headquarters building. So should be an interesting one. It is a capable one. We'll see if Blaze on their offensive round here can find a 3rd cap in this match. We've already had 2, and both of those happened on the last round, but can they find one on Downfall? If you find caps on Downfall, it's a true sign of a communicating team, of a coordinated team, and so we'll have to see what they can pull out here as they move into Marsoc for this next one. And there we go, folks. Now we're going to move into round number 3. Blaze on the attack. Going to start off here in the southeast over by the old Marsoc spawn. If you've been playing that long, you know that we used to spawn all the way back there where those Humvees and tanks are, and would have to run a marathon just to get even into the map, for example. They have adjusted those since, but Blaze going to take an interesting 2-2-1 split here. Looks like Verds might be the tip of the spear, looking for those early picks from pressing defenders. He does manage to catch a glimpse of one, it looks like, but not able to actually get the pick. So they will be able to get one into that building behind the objective. Meanwhile, Cryocell and Prefontaine going to grab up, push up hard on the northeast. That might actually be the most effective angle for this attack, considering the positioning of the defense. Let me just take a look at my overhead map here to see what's going on a little bit better. Yeah, I don't know. That northeast push actually seems like it might be most effective. All the defenders are looking south and east and in opposite directions. I think maybe they feel comfortable in that they didn't spawn there, so they're safe. But in fact, that might be a little bit too much of an assumption. Defense playing it very, very reserved here, and I don't blame them. It's already a tough enough objective, and they're also not trying to give away any more points than they have to, obviously, because the biggest position, the biggest problem is that if the more points they give away, the more MMRs were gained by Blaze. So they want to keep that close. Enigma's got a real hard up angle here at the East Red truck. He's going to be looking. I think he was looking for Verds, but Verds will manage to squeeze by him. Dr. Sean will get the call out for Verds, or Dr. Sean will get the kill onto Verds thanks to a call out from Enigma.
Who's in the middle?
Blaze getting in striking distance here on the center of the map. They got two over here by the center hotel. If they can get a little bit of distraction to come in from that north side, they might be able to do a bit of damage or even possibly get up inside that objective building. It will be a little tough. They're going to have to deal with Dr. Sean first, more than likely, as well as Traden. But Enigma's going to find Prefontaine, and that'll be 2 down now for Blaze. They'll be at a 3-man versus 5 disadvantage, and yeah, 5 Horsemen not making it any easier with the passing moments as round 3 ticks away here on Downfall. Squigookin and Zero clearing out the center hotel here. Nobody really pressing them at all, so they'll be free and clear to do so as Zero to no liabilities whatsoever. Now Zero making his push up. Their first encounter is going to have to be with Dr. Sean, but will they be able to take him down? If they do, then they're going to have to wait and make sure that Traden doesn't pick them up on the cross to the basement of the building. Zero calling in for confirmation on an enemy, which he wants to ensure is not a friendly before he takes the shot. Asking for a second clarification. He's really making sure, and he does find the pick onto Enigma. That's going to be a good help for them. But now Traden's going to be aware of his position and be able to find the frag. That's a long, tight angle from him. I didn't even know that angle was really there, to be honest. But that's how little that angle has been used in Onward Master League for finding that particular kill. Now it's going to be all up to Cryocell, who's creepy crawling his way down this north hillside in order to, and Squigookin, who's over there on the rooftop, to be able to come in and either get this cap or finish off this 2v4.5. And Enigma's position is actually quite good in the fact that he can give some pretty solid call-outs from his position up on that second floor. Cryocell now pushed his way up to Raz's building, but he's almost caught slipping. As actually, who had that angle? Was that Dr. Sean? Amazing angle there. I thought the hill would have protected Cryo from that, but Raz is also in there. Squigookin, though, he's on the objective and no one there to stop him. He's all good because Raz is distracted. Box Toys, and that's going to be it. Blaze going to get the cap in no time at all, and they're going to go up on the round 3-1. Wow, 3 caps thus far in the series from Blaze. They are really killing it, and each one of those caps has actually been quite fast, in fact. So got to give them credit there. Squigookin with the cap on that one. He also has managed to pull 4 kills in on this map. On the side of Horseman, you got 4 frags from Traden as well. So good job on his part. He's really been finding those interesting angles, but man, oh man, this one really going back and forth. This one, I honestly kind of thought 5 Horsemen were going to come back and really gotta give Blaze a what for on this, but that play from Squigookin definitely giving Blaze that little push they need, and now it's a do or die for 5 Horsemen here on an attack round. My bets are you're going to see Blaze playing a little bit more reserved, waiting for it, and just taking the round win so they can close up, collect their hardware, and move on down the line. But either way, the 5 Horsemen should not be disappointed in how they played this match so far. It's been actually a quite good one, even though the score has been a bit spread in certain cases. I'd watch this one again. I'd request a rematch even if I were 5 Horsemen, because it has been an interesting matchup for sure. But, you know what? I'll take this time once again to thank everyone who's come out to the stream this evening. We do really very much appreciate you all for being there and subscribing and, you know, donating biddies and all that stuff. That's all very, very much appreciated. Been a lot of hard work going on over the past couple of months, especially. And since OC5, we've all been running around like chickens with our heads cut off when it comes to doing things for VRML. So we're glad you guys have stuck with us. You know, we might hit a few bumps along the road, right? But as long as we're willing to work together, things will be fine. Blaze now getting ready for their what could be final round as they take defense, and the Eastern spawn comes out from the 5 Horsemen, and that could mean Cryocell getting wasted here early on in the round. Oh, but he's not going to, because the shots will come out from Box Toys first. Box Toys will manage to find a kill, but Cryo will find the return on the Dr. Sean. Meanwhile, 5 Horsemen in that exchange do also find a second. Now Squigookin's going to find Raz, so they're going to be down another member. Things have evened out just a bit. Smoke's out on the objective already. Not sure if that's was for planned aggression or what, but geez Louise. Things already starting off here with a bang on this, what could be final round of Downfall. 5 Horsemen pulling back the reins just a bit now that things have started to kind of fall apart here in the early part of the round. The res attempt does appear to be happening from Enigma. Enigma will find Zero, though, after Zero's pick. Prefontaine will find Traden, however. And now it's back to a 2v2 after Raz grabs the revive onto... or I'm sorry, after Enigma grabs the revive onto Raz.
On me, go to the right.
It's going to be a very difficult position for them to be in. Prefontaine and Squigookin have the objective pretty locked down. Prefontaine just going to have to keep that patient wait, just lying in wait there. The shots ringing out from one of the members of the offense, and so Squigookin's interest is now going to be piqued. See if I can't maybe find a nice over-the-shoulder angle there for it. I think we're really going to get it, but let's see what we can try. This is a tough position for Raz and Enigma to be in. They're in probably one of the open parts of this map. Not the most open parts, but they have very little cover to go between. And the cover they do have, they're going to have to bound between. Squigookin
behind the wall at the APC between the bungalows.
Definitely manages to spot out the member of 5 Horsemen and give out accurate call-outs for direction of movement. Enigma, though, going to pop Prefontaine right in the head. Prefontaine going to get a little antsy after that last call out from Squigookin. So now it's all up to Squig, but Squig will find one with Enigma. And now it's going to be all up to him to find Raz. I don't know. For the angle that you had, Squig, you might have been better off staying where you were. because now if he, no, well, there we go. Squig now knows where he is, but he's probably not going to be able to make it back out to that particular defendable location. Will he see Raz? He's getting risky, and he does. He gets risky, and he pays for it. Raz finds the pick onto Squigookin, and 5 Horsemen find their clutch round win to keep it 3-2 here on map 3. Take a quick look at the in-round scoreboard to give you a little bit of the KD spreads here for both teams. Coincidentally, both players at the top of the scoreboard are at the top of the kills for their respective teams. Gugukin just got that big glaring objective cap on the front side of his score, just giving that little bit of edge over Traden on the 5 Horsemen. Chat's been very active today. We appreciate that, of course. But also, I wanted to talk a little bit and take this chance to say, especially to all of our folks here watching the stream today, we're all big gun fans. We're all big shooter fans. So I want to talk a little bit about an upcoming game that's coming out later on that VRML has been tapped to help out with a little bit. We're going to be doing a little bit of a tournament for it later on as well. But it's called Pistol Whip. And I'm sure any of you in the community, you know, we're all pretty VR centric, so we all follow this stuff a lot. But if you haven't heard already, Pistol Whip, if you ever want to feel like John Wick in VR, this is the game for you. I mean, it's a rhythmic-esque shooter, but you don't have to be on a rhythm. It's not like Beat Saber where if you don't hit it exactly right, it's gonna take it away from you. It's a very cool game. It's very energetic and very energy filled. I mean, my legs are still sore from it. So November 7th, PC VR and Quest. Make sure you check it out. Put it on your wish list now. Make sure you show the devs at Cloudhead Games a little bit of love as well for that upcoming game. Show them how excited you are. But enough of that. Now it's back to our action here on Onward Master League. We got our last, or what could be our last round, though Blaze has really given the 5 Horsemen a chance to come back here, as now they're on defense on a map where you want to be on defense. But Blaze is still on that match point. Hard out push from Blaze. They're going to be looking for the early picks that they can, the early angles from the 5 Horsemen, but the 5 Horsemen aren't going to be taking those risks. I think they're going to be trying to play these defensive rounds as safely as they can, and that's smart. But as I say that, they're actually getting a bit risky, sending 4 members to watch this Eastern Ridgeline. I mean, the refrag potential is fantastic, but that 1 member on the objective goes down, and, well, guess what? You guys are a little bit too far away to get back down there quickly, and to do so, you're going to have to run out through the open, which is going to, of course, give them the opportunity to, you know, catch you slipping. They only need 1 point. They don't need the cap, but if they can get it, they'll take it. Squigukin manages to return the favor onto the early pick from the 5 Horsemen by taking down Raz. Enigma going to try and put down some suppressive fire onto him, but the defenders from 5 Horsemen getting very aggressive here as they push further up the east side. Box Toys might be visible to Squigukin here very soon. Verds will pick up Traden with a nice headshot, and actually no, Box Toys is going to manage to get completely around Squigukin and will have a line onto Verds. But the second he takes that shot onto Verds, Squigukin and Prefontaine are going to see him. There's the shots. Prefontaine's going to see it. He's going to take down Box Toys before he even gets the shots onto Verds. Now it's a 2v4. Blazes all set up for aces here. Ooh, the south side. Dr. Sean's actually on the stairwell. Yeah, he's on the stairwell outside of the building. The other side of the building is completely unprotected, and Zero is just, I don't know, 20 meters away in the center burning, or the center hotel. It isn't. Oh, that's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. My oh my, Blaze has plenty of time to work with too. A 4v2 with 4 minutes left on the clock. Zero has got all day to go up and this objective. I don't think Dr. Sean's ready for it. I think this is going to be another Blaze cap here, in all honesty. But no, actually, I take that back, because now I just noticed Enigma has moved himself up to that north dark room, so that will make Zero's push a little bit more difficult to make. Ooh, that's a smart play though, without the smoke. You're going to need your backup. Yeah, I saw that one coming, unfortunately. Without your backup there, Zero, that was never going to happen. You needed Enigma's attention to be drawn away from that particular angle, and or use the smoke. One of the two would have been great, but I know the smoke would have given away your approach to Dr. Sean, who currently doesn't have eyes on the north side of the building and now doesn't have eyes at all because Squigookin just put a bullet between them. So now it's all up to Enigma to protect against this cap, and it's definitely doable. There's no questions about that. His positioning's good. He's just so far off. If he manages to whiff any of his shots as the attackers push across, it's pretty much over and done for. Not to mention Enigma's position is pretty well known now from the side of the Blaze guys because he did take out Zero on his push. So they know that someone is up here. Just going to need to find the right angle to make the push, and Squigookin is going to try and chance that angle out from the center. No, actually, he's just kind of getting some cover while he sits in position. I think we are going to see Blaze go for the cap if they can. However, Prefontaine now actually finding his way, sneaking up behind Enigma, and if he does a good job at managing the speed here, it's going to be all Blaze all day here. 2 minutes left on the clock. Blaze with plenty of time still to work with. And Squigookin going to be angling onto Enigma as well, or even possibly trying to go for that cap push. But no, Enigma is going to run out into the open, and that's going to be right into Squigookin's arms as Squigookin finds the final kill onto Enigma and takes our final round 4-2 for map 3. And wow, what an amazing game we had there. Excellent play from both sides, but of course, Blaze just showing their dominance here in the match. So congratulations to Blaze on their win, and commiserations and better luck next time to the 5 Horsemen. Again, you guys put up a great match. There should be nothing for you to be disappointed in, other than maybe a couple of mistakes. But I'm sure you probably knew about those, as you made them. You probably shot yourself in the foot for it already. So I'm not going to harp on that stuff. But we will be actually having one of our kind of newer segments here, which is going to be the interviews that we do with Vivian. So give us just a moment while we get her into the lobby with the boys, and we'll get right back with you here momentarily. So that was an impressive game once again. Again, give us just a moment here as we get things in order. We do need to get Vivian into the lobby and lined up with these guys. So just bear with us for a minute. We do have another cast going on, I think, Onward Master League 2. I think Trip is doing a cast right now, or maybe it's Todd. I'm not 100% on the schedule at the moment. But we are going to have a bit of an interview with Control Flirt Delete, aka Vivian from the Hive and the Respawn. So as we get that all spun up, just bear with us just a moment as we get that all lined up and plugged in for you. All right, so we are just about ready to get going here on this interview. Please excuse our mess, if you will, as we deal with a little bit of a new segment here in our cast, which is a bit of a post-round interview. We typically like to do both teams if we can during the match, but unfortunately today the 5 Horsemen politely declined that request. So as we wait on our lovely Miss Vivian to get into the lobby and get ready to talk to the teams, we'll be on a quick, short little break. All right. Does look like she is actually in the lobby now, so we'll just wait for them to get that going and locate our players on the field. So just another note before things get, and to give them another moment here to prepare. We do appreciate everyone for coming out to the cast. We also appreciate you folks for sticking around here for this portion of the show as well. It's a big thanks to you, and a big thanks to our teams for wanting to be willing to do this. As with her Buzz interviews that she has been doing over at the Hive with VRespawn, in order to be able to pick into the brains of our league players and competitors, we've also decided it might be a cool thing to do for our games as well. Really just kind of like a sideline reporting, similar to you might see in the American NFL or other similar sports leagues where they have reporters down on the field to grab players as they come off the field and grab that key information that might otherwise get lost, after they've had a day or two to decompress, or, they might not quite remember the game as well as they will now. They won't remember those key plays as to what made and what broke the game for them. I'm gonna go ahead and just reach out to the lobby host here. Make sure they're aware of our status. And you know what? I'll set. Set Vivian's for her as the team. Oh no, it's gonna get cut off. It looks like we are going to be getting it rolling here, so just let them find each other. They should be heading towards the center of the map here, so we'll just wait there for them. Yep. Give away any audio there. It sounds like the Marside boys are planning something special here at the end of this interview. So here we go. We're heading over to the center of the map, and all right. So we'll turn it over to Vivian from here, and
congratulations on that. I watched the game. There were some really good, tense moments, and you're dancing. You're already ready to go. Where are the rest of the boys?
One had a date. They had to get it done quick so they can go on the dates.
With each other? Right. I didn't know that. Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. it's kind of keep it online.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the game first, guys. That was awesome. How are you guys feeling going into that? Horseman.
Good. It was good.
It was really strong.
The first match, it was tough. But we pulled through and we had lots of teamwork happening, so it worked out good.
And it's tough because they're all good players.
Yep.
So you always have to take each one of them, seriously.
Yeah, they're definitely, the classic Blaze speed and aggression, but then you guys did kind of slow it down a little bit. Were you a little bit worried when you assessed them, or?
Yeah, they had a lot of the main Globo spots that all the spots they picked. They were pretty much all in Globo positions, the ones that you always see the Globo Camp members in. So.
Well,
always got to find a way to counter those spots.
We often hear your captain say, no strats, best strats, but well, do you guys have strats?
We do, but
it's a lot of
we kind of, sometimes it was improvising today. It was half strats, half improvising.
Yeah,
I
it
gotta
usually
say,
never goes.
Yeah.
It usually never goes as planned, but things change on the fly, and where we lose people or we gain people, or we know where they're weakest. So the plan does change quite a bit, usually during the game.
It's all about communication. Absolutely about communication. If we're switching something up.
Make sure to check the tablet.
Here, I wanted to say that it looked coordinated and special. Okay, I want to talk to you, Pri, about your position in quarantine for the ambulance objective. You were there last.
Depending,
yeah.
They got that on replay too,
You
buddy.
know, we were all like, what is he going to do? How was that? What was going on?
It was
How
a
did
good
I mean, there's lots of things going around my mind. I wasn't sure if they're going to try and send a flanker around. I knew they knew where I was, so.
Oh,
But
okay.
I never thought of plane wing, and that's where the last guy got me. And I should have been looking there, but I was trying not to peek too much, just keep eyes on objective. And I was waiting for a guy to peek. I seen him peek, and then that gave him time to get their guy around to get on plane wing. And yeah, he had a good shot, got me good.
That was a good play on them. I think you had actually downed one of their players, and then they went around for the res. But yeah, we were like,
oh yeah,
we were like, oh my gosh, that was like, I mean, I guess it was a good angle. We were like, he's pretty much pinned. But then in the round when you guys were on Marsoc for that objective, I think Rax went out and looked, a creative angle, and he did. I think could have caught out one of you guys.
He killed
but
3. He got 3 of us. I was the first one he got. Yeah.
Yeah, me and Cryo were at the end there, and I seen Cryo coming beside me along post office, and actually I seen them go east on South, and I thought he was flanking us because I thought he knew where we were, so I was watching that corner, and Cryo just went in and kept Cryo.
Yeah, that was awesome. I think the chat was kind of going crazy, like, you're gonna play quarantine against Lays, really? But yeah.
Everybody loves
did you guys feel
quarantine.
that? Yeah, oh
Quarantine's
sure.
It's a good map.
Yeah. I mean, we've actually been struggling a little bit on it this season with all the changes and stuff, but we're learning. We're learning different spots,
All the
different
changes,
hills.
and people are adapting to it a lot quicker.
So
Yeah.
I've actually heard that the changes have been great. You got Silent and Zero this season,
And Squig.
there's been, yeah.
Squig too.
Zero,
so yeah.
you can close your ears. How do you like them? Oh yeah, and Squig, yeah. I mean, Zero, you did great. Silent did great. I mean, really.
Yeah.
It looked like
It's a team effort,
Yeah.
It is.
It's different being on Blaze, and I'm not knocking any of the other teams that I've played on, but like I trust every single one of them. So if I know that they have my back, I can focus on what I'm supposed to focus on, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. One of the things, sometimes this happens when a team doesn't have their captain, depending on the team, right? Noman was out, but you guys did great. How was it though? I mean, who riled you guys up? Who was
The thing about it, even though we have captains, we don't really designate any one person to control the battlefield or where we go. It's more like everyone is basically running the team with each other.
Okay, yeah. Bird's actually he doesn't listen to direction anyway, so even...
Yeah,
I'm a lone wolf.
You're right on that. You're right on that.
It's different because the most vocal people are Noman and Silent, and they tell us common spots to look at, and they kind of go over the plan. So when they're not there, it is a little different. But we did great without them.
So Bird,
What about me?
You're great. You're great. You got some good shield play on that cargo, so...
Thank you. I got a lot of headshots.
Oh my God, okay. Okay, alright, you guys got me. Well, thank you so much for coming in and talking. Congratulations again on your win. You guys are doing great. So, okay.
Hey,
Every
put it away,
team's
put it
trying
away,
to get
put it away.
creative with how they're gonna kill me or... alright, you guys aren't gonna kill me. You're wait a minute, what?
Nice people.
Whoa.
Nice people. What? Your head was bulletproof.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that interview, Vivian. We do very much appreciate that. And again...